And now, Philipsburg Broadcasting proudly presents Good Morning, Mr. Governor, with Francis Carty.
Good morning, Mr. Governor. Who are our unemployed? One of this island's most important issues is our growing unemployed local people on this island. Not only is this issue important to government, but it's also important to businesses who are in dire need of skilled workers. As a matter of fact, unemployment or joblessness is one of St. Maarten's greatest economic and social setbacks. Therefore, in formulating a meaningful governing program for the next 4 years, more emphasis must be placed on decreasing the amount of jobless people on the island. At times, we tend to minimize this issue by just depending on the number of people who go to the Labor Department looking for work. But in reality, that number is nothing compared to the total number of persons who are actually jobless on St. Maarten. When we begin to categorize these jobless people, we realize that some are just employed during the tourist seasonal months, or seasonal workers. Others are underemployed. Others are doing what they can until they can find other types of work that they were really trained to perform. There are even unemployed local professionals who are actively seeking ways and means to start their own businesses. But because of the lack of an appropriate small business institution and or bureaucracy, they are left to fend for themselves without any kind of help on the island. There are retirees who are still strong and able to perform skilled work, but are told that their age prohibits them from being employed. There are even young people who equip themselves with specific skills to do unusual work that will enhance our tourism industry. But because of the lack of an appropriate vision to transform them into creative, self-employed members of our community, they remain hopelessly wandering in the island's jobless statistics. I am sure that we can go on with all these categories of workers, but the point is that we have to find solutions that will help decrease our number of jobless members on our island. Therefore, we are calling on both political parties in the Green and White coalition government to develop solutions that will transform these different kinds of jobless people into productive citizens of the island. We need someone who has the listening ear of both political leaders to come up with appropriate solutions that will transform jobless people into productive members of our island's workforce. I know that this is not an easy task, but it must be done to improve the island's overall quality of living. Our policymakers need to show more interest in our country's joblessness because our safety and security depend on it. Good morning, Mr. Governor.
That was Good Morning, Mr. Governor by Francis Carty.